Welcome to this overview video for the 1.8 release of Map for MindManager. My name's Nigel Galt. I'm the Managing Director of Olympic, the company behind Map, and also the lead developer. For this 1.8 release, we've focused very much on the MindManager topic properties functionality, and we've included a major addition to the map ribbon, which is the topic properties group. Within that group, for 1.8, we've included three new functions: the property clipboard, extended properties, and a new property you can use called Excel properties. We're going to look at those one at a time to show you what they do and how you can use them. So let's jump straight in and have a look at the property clipboard. The property clipboard helps you to copy topic properties in groups. So currently, unless you duplicate an entire topic, the only way to copy topic properties is to click and drag each individual property from topic to topic. The property clipboard enables you to copy properties from one topic to another, and you can either do this so that you copy all of the properties in one go, or you can copy the properties by a specific property type. So for example, you could copy all of the formulas and autocalcs, or simply all of the custom properties. So to show you that in action very quickly, we've got a source topic here, we've got a couple of custom properties, we've got a quote value here which is a calculated property, and we've got a project value here which is a formula. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy all of those just to show you how that works. So I select the source topic, I come up to the map ribbon for the new topic properties group, and I get the property clipboard command, which is a split command, and basically the top section will enable you to copy all properties in one go. The bottom section allows you to copy specific types, which you'll see in a moment. So for this example, I'm just going to click the top section. You'll see the button changes to show that the property clipboard contains something and is ready to be pasted. And then I select the target topic, click the button a second time, and you can now see that that topic has been copied. Now you can see that the values aren't in there because they're being fed from these two subtopics. So if I just drag those down, you can see that updates. So everything's working as it should. Drag that back. So that shows you just how easy it is to copy a complete group of properties from one topic to another using this functionality. So what happens if I just wanted to use, say, I just wanted to copy across the formulas and the autocalcs? Well, I do the same thing. I select the source topic that I want to use. This time I use the bottom section of the command, and this gives me access to some specific groups. So we've got custom properties and formulas and autocalcs, which is effectively is the same as the top half of the command. It's everything. We've got custom properties, autocalcs and formulas, Excel link properties, which you'll see what they are in the next demonstration, and embedded spreadsheets, which can be copied as well. So for this I'm going to do the autocalcs. So we do that, select the target, and away we go, and it brings those in. So now it's just brought in the two calculated properties, and if I bring these subtopics down, you can see again everything works as it should. So that shows you just how easy it is to copy specific types of properties from one place to another. So the other functionality we've added to this is the ability to be able to copy the properties with or without their values. So if you're building map templates that are using properties, obviously you don't want to necessarily have the values because that's information that you may be entering at a different point in time. So it enables you to be able to select a topic. You can turn the include values off. We'll just check that that is off. Okay, and this time when I copy all of this topic, I bring it down, and you can see that it comes in. Obviously it will try and contain a value for anything that's autocalced or formula based, but where it's got defined information such as the name and email, these have come in blank, ready to be populated with whatever that information is. So again, very useful if you're building templates which include lots of properties in the map. The other thing that we've done is there is a right click topic menu as well, context menu. So this enables you to use the right click on the topic and actually copy again all of the topics as a default, and then you can right click and paste. So you can't do those on an individual type basis, so you couldn't right click and do all auto calcs or formulas, but you can do it for all of the properties on a particular topic. And if you load the clipboard up and then you find that actually that's not got the content that you want, or you've picked the wrong one, you can either right click to clear the clipboard here, or you can also clear the clipboard from the options there as well, and that just clears it, gets everything out of memory so that you can start again with the correct information. The other thing that you can do as well is you can do this onto more than one topic. So for example, if we use the right click to show you that, if we do that and multi-select when we do the paste, you'll see that we get that onto all three at once. So again, it speeds up the way that you can build template maps where you're using properties. So that's the property clipboard. I'm going to jump back now to my main map and we'll have a look at extended properties. Excuse me. So extended properties. Extended properties let you create properties that you can populate with task values. So what this enables you to do is it enables you to utilize topic task information in formulas and autocalcs. Currently, MindManager's formulas and autocalcs don't let you get hold of topic task values. So what we've done is we've built a specific kind of, or a custom topic property, if you like, which we're calling extended properties. And this enables you to create formulas and conditional formatting using topic task values. It also allows you to use task proximity values in formulas such as, say, the number of days until a task starts, etc. And we've also got one that will auto count immediate subtopics, which can be quite useful too. This means that you can use smart fill with task timings as well, so format topics based on start or due date proximity. So to show you that in action, we'll just have a look here. So I've got an example property here. So extended properties work by extended properties is something that you have to have active for it to work. So it's again a split button, and when you click the top section of the command, the button will enable and become lit, and that means that right now extended properties is running. So whatever I do with a topic that contains an extended property, and as you can see here we've got one, this is one for priority. When I commit a change to the task information, the extended property changes as well. So if I was using this property in another place via an auto calc or a formula or so on, each action that changes on the task information would update the extended property and therefore update the calculation. So to get extended properties onto a topic, basically, I'll turn that off while I do this, but basically it will only give you access to an element that's already on the topic. So for example, you can see all of these are enabled and lit because I've got start date, I've got a due date, I've got priority, and I've got some progress on there. So for example, if I wanted to add the progress, I can select that, and again progress comes in. There's no value in it yet because we haven't got extended properties turned on. So if I turn the extended properties on, you'll now see that the value comes in and it's 25%, which is what the icon says. Again, if we update, then the values update. If I turn extended properties off, then it leaves the values as they are, and it also means that I can manually change these, so I could actually test what if scenarios if a particular thing is changing and how it would affect other elements of the map if I'm using them in an auto calc or a formula. So that's how those kind of properties are added. So what you can do with this is, obviously we've created some specific properties around task timing, and if I drop this down you'll see we've got some predetermined ones, which are the number of days until a task start date is due or is about to be reached, the number of days until a task is due, and also the number of days for an active task that have elapsed since the start date. So of course once you're using these properties will show up when you go to add or implement a smart fill, so you're then able to assign color changes or notifications on the topic due to the values of these extended properties. So with the extended properties you've also got these shortcodes as well. So what that means is, it means that when you define the actual property, so if we look at this one here, we have hashtag DTS, and that's obviously the code that the software's picking up to determine the days till the tasks start. If you didn't want to say days to task start, you might want to put, I don't know, let's say number of days to start, for example. We can change that, so you can change the actual title, and providing that you keep the short code within that text in the definition of the property, the extended functionality will continue to work. This also means that when you define a property, you can actually just type in the property and put the code and type the hashtag DTS. The case must be followed, so it must be uppercase where it is uppercase. You can type that in manually, and then that will actually make it an extended property and start to be used in calculations. So you can see, as I said before, as things start to change, then we'll start to see things happen on the colouring of the map if we've got Smart Fill enabled. So for example, the number of days to start on here is 36. It takes in all days including weekends, so it doesn't discriminate between work days and non-work days at the moment. At the moment it's purely a day count from today's date up until whatever that start date or due date would be. So you can see if I come down here and I change this and I say okay, well, we'll make that the 25th, turn the extended properties on, and that's now increased now, so that's actually going to be 40 days before it starts. Obviously there's a weekend being jumped in there as well. So that's how the extended properties work. The other one that we've added to this, which can be quite useful, is we have one that counts the number of subtopics. So for example, if you had a topic where, for example, in this situation we've got some seminar delegates, as each delegate is added, obviously the count increases, and then for the formula that we're utilizing, that count updates as well. So in this case the total cost is increasing for each person that we add, like so, or for each person we detract, like so. Again, it only does the immediate subtopics at the moment, but we're planning to be looking at a lot more functionality around these topic properties in the coming months. So it's an area that we're quite excited about, and we're quite keen to expand as much as we can. So those are extended properties. We think there's going to be quite a good use for these. As I said, it enables you to start using task information values within AutoCalc and formulas that you build into your other topics. So for project management scenarios and those kind of things, it's going to be really good for to help people identify timings of when things are coming up. By using it with the Smart Fill as well, it's going to really enable you to get some real visual messaging in your maps around timings and that kind of thing. So let's move back now and let's finally have a look at Excel properties. Now, Excel properties basically let you populate property values from Microsoft Excel spreadsheets. I'm just going to turn the extended properties off. So what does that mean? Okay, well, it means that now you can utilize changing spreadsheet values in your map formulas. You can work better with spreadsheet data in your maps, and you can also read or write Excel property values to the spreadsheets or from the spreadsheets. So for example, let's have a look at creating, editing and removing an Excel property. Excuse me. So this is an example of one that I've already created. So I've put on an Excel property here which is called Nigel's salary. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go through that process again to show you how I do that. I come up to the Excel properties here, and I can click the bottom section of the button to actually show me the whole raft of commands that I've got. If I just want to actually add a new Excel property, all I need to do is click the top half like so and get this property box up. So before I do that, I'm just going to open up this, which is my demo spreadsheet, so that I can play with some of the values. So hopefully that will open up. So there we go. So let's have a look. We've got Colin here, and we've got his salary there as 95,000. Right, so we go C6. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'll say Colin's salary. And what I do is I select the type. We're currently only supporting numerical data at the moment, so it's going to be a currency. If it's a currency, I can select the symbol. I can then select the spreadsheet, it remembers the last 10 you've used, so I know that that's the map demo. Once the sheet's selected, it then gives me a list of all the workbooks in the sheet. I know that we're on sheet 1, so that's good. And then I just need to know what the cell reference was, which was C6. Okay, so I enter the cell reference C6, click insert, and now you can see that Colin's salaries come in and it's pulled the value in. Again, there's a shortcode of XLS on these, which is you need to keep on the actual description so that it knows what's what and enables it to do its calculations. So now I've got that information in, and that's a standard figure. It's not calculated in the Excel spreadsheet. What it enables me to do, if I close the spreadsheet down, for example, I could turn around and say, well, okay, well, I want to actually change that information. So let's say we're going to make Colin's salary, I don't know, same as mine, I wish, 135,000. So we change that. Now, once that's changed, what I can now do is I can send that information back to the spreadsheet. There's two ways I can do that. I can do that from the menu, from the map ribbon here, which is here. So I can either do it on a map basis, so if I had lots of these I could do them all in a batch as it works its way around the map, or I can do it on a topic basis. So I can either do it from the menu commands here, or I can right click the little context icon on the topic and do it from here as well. So what I'm going to do is topic only. I'm going to update the value to Excel. What will happen then is you'll get a short delay. It will tell you there's a little progress bar. If I had enough of those, you'd see a bar move across the screen as it went through and did them all. But now what should happen is if we reopen this spreadsheet, you can see that Colin's salary now, luckily for him, has changed to 135,000. So a very easy way for you to get information to and from map properties fed from an Excel spreadsheet. If I wanted to change that value in the spreadsheet, I can do that again. So let's give him a pay decrease, make him on 55,000. He's not going to be happy about that. So we'll save that and we'll come back into the map. So on Colin's again, what I can do now is I can update this so I can retrieve the value from Excel. So if I do that, again, goes out, and you can now see that the updated value comes into my topic property. So you've got the ability now to be able to populate property values from data held within Microsoft Excel sheets. So updating, as I said, can be done on a topic basis or on a map basis. If you've got quite a lot of these, you could choose to just do the right click, update Excel properties for the map, and you would either do a retrieve or an update to or from. So it's not automated. So what happens is the Excel sheet doesn't get updated each time that you create a change. It gets updated each time you decide to either pull or push information to or from one or the other. There is a reason for that. We were hoping to make it automatic, but it's quite complex to be able to try and detect individual cell changes and timestamps within Excel. So we're still looking at that, but it's going to take us a bit of time, I think. As I said, you can use the ribbon menu commands, or you can use the right-click access on Excel to actually invoke those synchronizations. When you have a calculated value in the spreadsheet, so for example, if I open this up, we've got a monthly wage figure here which is calculated. So if I look at F5, for example, then we've got a calculated example here. So if I just add that on and just say calc 2 currency map demo sheet 1, and it was F5, I think. Okay, so it brings this calculated value, and as you can see, it comes in and it makes it read only. So the reason behind that is so that we don't want anyone in the map changing this value, because if they did that and sent it back, what it would do is overwrite the formula contained in the Excel cell. So that's why calculated values from the Excel sheet will always come in as a read-only item, so that they can't be tampered with accidentally. So as I've shown you there, I think this one's going to be very, very popular. It really does enable you to start using data that doesn't quite look as visual, obviously, in Microsoft Excel, and get it inside of your maps, inside of topics, and start to again utilize with Smart Fill or those kind of things to actually start making the maps really interactive and giving you feedback on information or numbers that are changing and values that are changing all the time. There are a couple of caveats. As I said before, it currently only works with numerical data, so excuse me. What we're not doing at the moment is letting it bring in a cell, say, that just contains text. At the moment, we believe that most of the usage around this is going to be around the numerical information, but we will put it in text and date support to follow, and that will probably be in MAP 2.0, which will be later this year. And as I said before, again, updates are currently manual, so there's nothing automated about it. We're looking at the possibility of trying to make it an automated process, but as I mentioned, there's quite a degree of intricacy about how we go about timestamping the Excel cells to actually enable it to figure out which value is the most up to date and which ones need to change. So currently, as I said, those are manual. So those are the three new functions into this new properties group that we've added. We think this is going to be very popular. A lot of this has come from feedback from users saying, you know, we really want to be able to use Excel information in topic properties, and there was no way to do that, so that's why we've done that. And also, again, with regarding to using task information in auto counts and formulas, so the extended properties helps you do that. And the property clipboard, again, is just helping you to manage your properties and enabling you to build map template structures that contain lots of properties and do it much faster than you would be able to normally do. So that's it for the major addition. Just keeping in line with the standard that we introduced with the last release. Minor additions, we haven't got any in this release, so that's nothing to there's nothing to look out for there. On the improvement side, we've made some code improvements to the topic properties, the show and hide topic properties. That was to just basically make that piece of code a little bit more stable, but also to help it cope with the new topic property functions that we've just demonstrated, because they weren't being picked up, so we've enabled that as well. I'm pleased to say at the moment there's no bug fixes in this release. We haven't been alerted to anything that needs our attention at this time, so if there is anything that you're struggling with out there, or there's something that you think is not quite right, please do give us the feedback. Please get in touch with us and let us know what it is, and we'll jump on that straight away and make sure that we get it fixed and out to you as soon as we can. And finally, obviously, the help map has been updated with the guidance on the new functions, so everything you need to step through that is available within the help map. And obviously, hopefully this video has given you a quick flavour of how you go about starting to utilise these new powerful features. So that's it for 1.8. I hope to join you very shortly, probably about mid-July, for the 1.9 update. The 1.9 update will be the last update before we move to a quarterly release schedule. And again, the 1.9 update currently is planned to include some more functionality around topic properties, so we're hoping again that that's going to be just adding much more capability that's really going to lift this topic property functionality into a totally different sphere. So thanks for your time, and I'll look forward to catching you on the next release video.